So squeaky. All right. Now, good to go. I think. Mic check's good. Mic check is good. Okay. Sorry, I'm like frazzled because I started streaming. I was like, oh wait, there's so much stuff I didn't set up. Anyway, what's up, everyone? This is Coffee with Soul. I'm your host. I gotta pull on that, dude. I'm your host. We're going to chat. We're going to talk. We're going to take a look at some PTR stuff, but not too much. I wanted to. I'm in the process of, prepping for the upcoming patch and the season, and with that comes the oversized poster board of item level something information. It's as always, it's like a lot. There's a lot of information to cover, and actually, boop, and I made a new version that is a little bit. I hope it's a little bit better in the color coding, so people understand like what's going on. The big change, obviously, with the colors, I separated things by crest usage. So weathered, carved, ruined, gilded, all that stuff is being hopefully better communicated here, so that it's just a bit more readable. So people understand, like, oh, I do this, I get weathered here, I get carved here, or I use weathered, carved, blah, blah, blah. There's information that I'm still missing, though. I just need to double check, take a look at notes, and just jot some stuff down. So if there's anything that I run into, then I'll be like, oh, wait, let me put that down. One of the big changes, I just put out a tweet for this, and I can't move anything. One of the big changes, it's a subtle change. I just posted it on socials just a few minutes ago, too. Also, I think during stream. Or right when I started streaming, I was like, wait, let me do this. This isn't going to give a good example because I only see Valorstones. Okay, let me log out and switch. Anyway, how's everyone doing? Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone over on the US side, hope your loots were merry and good and upgradable and all that. Over on the over on EU stuff, you guys are, some of y'all might just be starting your raid nights and everything. Hope you guys have a great night, doing your things. Whew. I feel tired already. I've been trying to do more extensive workouts in the morning, and I'm only doing okay at it so far. But I'm still kind of getting to the groove. It's like sapping the energy, and it leaves me all just kind of like when I come out of it. But anyway, real quick hello to Doki, if you're the first person to say hi. As always, what's up to Peter and Grim and Dennis D, and to the rest of y'all, the beautiful digital smiling faces are going to be joining us throughout the day. It's going to be a regular day, stream for a few hours, good to go. We are going to we still got drops going, cool, whoop-de-doo. That's it, chilling. I was people were like bitching WoW Reef, like WoW was having problems, although it wasn't just WoW. There were lots of different websites, services, games, whatnot that were having lots of problems, and so while it feels like some of those things were WoW specific, it looks like there were like some web services that were just having big problems, and so depending on your region, or maybe it was just like totally like a WoW wide thing, or just a gaming wide thing, there were problems. Yeah, so I was definitely seeing people having problems even during our raid. People were getting DC'd, and they were having trouble getting back on because of like weirdness. But it seems like the kind of the root cause was some sort of web service that was busted, and so Blizzard and other folks, they were scrambling to get their side of things to like work. That's as far as I've known. That's as far as I've seen from the reporting, though. So I'm not entirely sure. So anyway, the currency thing that I wanted to show you is this. So you see here, it's very plain and clear and easy to read. Season 2 stuff. It's all put into this little bucket here. That's it. If you look at the current thing, which is like right here, it's a mess. It's like, hey, where's weathered crest? Down here. And then carved is all the way up top, and then ruined you go all the way back down, and then gilded you go all the way back up again. It's an alphabetical order, which makes sense from an alphabetical order standpoint, but when we're trying to, at a glance, understand like our progression with crest and stuff, this just makes it way easier. Valorstone's right up here, cool. Weathered, carved, ruined, gilded. So it's in progressive order. We can get a easy sense of, okay, cool, I got 45 weather. That means I'm going to get 15 more cards, which will put me at over 45, which will get me 15 runes, which will get me at over 45, which means I get 15 gilded. Whoa, so it's much easier to read, and that's it. Yeah, and I think that's what that's probably what developers were referring to, because I remember they were saying something about, hey, we're going to make the currencies a bit more readable or a bit easier to understand. And some people were like, oh my god, yeah, they're gonna remove crests, they're gonna make just one unified currency or blah blah blah, which totally flies over the whole point of why they did it anyway. So I fully expected. This is one of those times. This is one of those times where I was exactly right. And I'm impressed. So, well done, Soul. You did it. Just you. Totally your idea. I get the credit. Checks in the mail. No, it's not. I've been swimming last week, the first one in a year. I still have aches in places I didn't have places. You feel me, dude? Oh, man. I'm just doing basic stuff, too, man. I'm only working with like a 15-pound weight. I'm doing a couple sets of just like, these kinds of raises and curls and stuff. And I'm like, oh, shit. By the time I get to the third, I'm like, oop, I got a long way to go. Before, when I had a normal job, it was a lot more routine. I had a much stricter routine than I do have now, and I got to redevelop that. I got to become an actual morning person again. Like 10 years ago, I was an actual morning person. These days, I force myself to stream. Well, not force myself. I stream in the morning, but not really a morning person. Before, it was very different. Anyway. Was it a DDoS attack? I'm not too certain of that, Dennis. I haven't looked at reports because those sorts of things tend to not be a big deal unless a massive service goes down and like banks start going down too. I mean, there were some big problems, like Disney Plus was down for a while, Reddit was jacked up, and a bunch of games. So I'm not entirely sure. I'm okay. Besides, I have 2 broken arms after crash with my back in the snow today that I should not have been. Oh no! Damn. Well, feel better. How do you? So, are you like casted up? Right? Are you like? Hold up. Are you like casted up and then you're like, frozen, but then you can still type or something like that? Or are you like voice commanding the whole thing? That'd be badass. I'll take that. Neeb, thanks, dude. Thank you for the full sub. Appreciate it, man. Where are the pygmies? The pygmies? I have no idea what you're talking about. Thing is, I used to swim in competition back in the day, so yeah, that's how much I declined. It kind of sucks. It's one of those eye-opening things, right, Peter? Like, damn. You just lose certain kinds of motions that you're totally accustomed to. Oh yeah, I can do this. No, you can't. Your body's like, you can't do that anymore. I'm going to do a proper thing on this, but just to let you guys know, this is also a sponsored stream. We're brought to you by Into the AM again. They apparently like me, and you guys apparently like the shirts. What's funny is that this time around, they were like, hey, dude, you want to do shirts again? I was like, damn right, let's do it. And they were like, this time, we're going to feature the Basics collection. I was like, yes! Because for the most part, while I do like the designs of their shirts, and you guys typically see me wearing like WoW-related shirts, Blizzard shirts, and all that stuff, normally, when I'm out and about, I try to be as plain as possible. I try to like cover any of that stuff up because it's just not, usually I don't like to communicate much of anything. You know how some folks are like, I want to wear a shirt that says, Harris 2024. Stuff like that. They really want to. They really want to talk to people with just walking around and make a statement. There we go. Not me. That ain't my thing. And so when they're like, yeah, we just want you to do the basic stuff, and we're gonna send you some sample stuff. I'm like, give me like the plainest, give me the plainest shirt you've got. They're like, dude, shoes. I'm like, give me the gray shirt, and then give me a gray long sleeve shirt, and that's it. And I'll talk that up. This feels good, by the way. I didn't wash it yet, but this is really good material. But anyway, I'll do a proper thing on that later. It's just funny because I need to. They give me a lot of freedom actually. They let me write the integration almost however I like. I just can't cuss or nothing like that. But I'm probably gonna say something like that. I'm like, dude, you know what I love? Wearing plain shit. I can't say shit. And so I'll feature this along with whatever the hell screenshots or whatever that they give me. But yeah, this is pretty good. I'm digging this, man. So anyway, relax. What am I doing again? That's right. I am looking for certain information. So it's a new reset, although it is not a new build. So hopefully we'll get a new build today, where we might get some more information. But what I want to look for, since we're in a new week and I haven't gotten around to looking at this, I just wanted to see if there happens to be like this sort of season catch-up that's built into gilded chests that you get from delves, because I just haven't looked yet. So I looked on my main. This is my main on the PTR, who completed the 3 gilded stuff in the previous week. So now it's been reset to 0 out of 3. What I want to see, hopefully, because I haven't looked yet, I want to see if this character who hasn't done any delves yet, I want to see if they happen to see like a 0 out of 6 or something like that. If so, great. Then we win. Go casuals, yeah. If not, then we don't win. And we will continue, I will continue speaking in favor of having some way to catch up on crests. And where am I? I am in the sewers. I am in some... Oh, yeah, I was in a sewer because See, it's funny, like, a lot of the gathering, you go into the sewer. So, like, gather stuff. It's ghetto, man. It's ghetto as hell. But it's kind of funny, too, so... Oh, well. Alright, so I need to get to... Oh, it's right there. Alright, so not very far. Here's 24,000 while example to use Lamau. That's the point. I wanted to say something that was like, oh god. Okay, so it still says 0 out of 3. Alright, so new change. Yeah, suffer. And then if we change it to this, then we see these things. Okay, cool. Whoop-de-doo. Alright. Bountiful delve. Okay. So yeah, the hope that so like I said, I'm campaigning to make the gilded stash into a season catch-up, to add a season catch-up to it. It's not going to be for everyone. Not everyone's going to give a shit. Right? But I do, so I might as well speak to it, And if it doesn't turn out that way, then Blizz, you're gonna find out. You're gonna find out what you've wrought, and you'll deserve it. Playing or Nature Escapes for sure. It's morning. What's up? Good morning, Long Luck. I would have both my arm like he shows kind of like this, but while I was at the hospital, they showed me it was only a little broken on my left arm, and on my right, only broken wrist. But it feels like both arms, so I can do nothing special when I want to play. Wow, damn, that sucks. That's where you gotta learn, God of Death, voice commands. So if you play a Frost Mage, you gotta be like Frostbolt, Frostbolt. No, Frostbolt, and then like do, just let it do that. Do it. You crack me up. I mean, I was trying to think of like what would be the loudest shirt ever, and that would be it. That would definitely be it. I guess Harris 2028 would make a little bit more sense. But anyway, we're here to chill. Let me see if there's anything that I need to fill out here with my handy dandy oversized poster sheet. I needed to add the crest reward for dungeons because somehow I just lost it. It's like just gone. So I need to put that in. How would I communicate this again? I think I just... Yeah, so I'm just gonna... Yeah, it's gonna be this kind of stream, dudes. So don't expect... Never expect... You know, super exciting shit from me. Because I don't do that. Okay, so for this crest level, I know that one is, you know, plus 10 and higher. And that gave me a code. Plus 10. Oh, no. Don't type it in there. That's a bad idea. So here, we'll type in here. Plus 10 keys and higher. No, it's still putting in the thing. Okay, just don't do a plus. Key is 10 and higher, I guess. And then the other ones, I don't remember, because I suck. Play with your face? Play with my face. Oh, you're talking about God of Death, he can't play with his face? I would be so infuriated if I, you know, if I lost agency like that. Like, dude, how am I gonna type? How am I gonna work? Yeah, I would be livid. Well, I hope you get better, dude. Oh, play with your face. Brilliant. My ass need to wake up, man. No. You don't have to go that far. That's a lot of movement. You just gotta like take that cast and just like start pounding on the keyboard. Easy. Okay, so let's remind ourselves like just how these cresties work. So for weathered, I will do delves tiers 1 to 5 and oh, you don't even get it from keys. That's right. Keys up to +3s. Keys up to +3. Yeah, I think that makes enough sense. And then the other one is keys 4 to 7, because that makes sense. +4 to +7. And the color doesn't match. I'm a stickler for that. Yeah, why is the color different? There we go. I think I need to make this different. That's like way too close of a color. How about something like that? That doesn't stand out enough. Let's go with something greenish. Green for Goblin. Yeah. Oh, I gotta change this one too. So this one is called Liberation of Undermine. That's what it's called, right? Liberation of Undermine. Okay, cool. Got that right. Go me. So bosses drop 10. Okay, so now I need notes for this one. And there's like a whole ass chart for it that I don't remember. Actually, I think it was here. Yeah, it is here still. It is on the older version. So time keys award what's listed. Okay, so I do have some of the information here. Excellent. And so far, it does look like the crest cap still goes up in increments of 90 a week. Ugh, that's gross. Okay, so just copy the text. Merge this. And that's terrible. That's okay. Paste in there. Excellent. Smart. Did I see the new trailer for it? The new trailer for what? Okay. So I think I can just. I should be able to just put these in. Yeah, I'll just put this stuff in because that seems to. Oh, that seems to work. Boop. Ooh, that's gross. Okay, let me do it one at a time then. That was a mistake. Also a mistake. There we go. So I gotta go into each of these. Onto there. See, I did do some of this work. There we go. All right. All right, time keys awards what's listed. Completion without time, subtract 4 crests. Crest amount scales up with difficulty per crest type. 15 crests needed to apply 1. Wait, 15 crests needed to apply 1 upgrade. I don't think that needs to. That line doesn't need to be there at all. Yeah. We know how that works. Or that doesn't need to be. That doesn't need to be there. And the last line doesn't need to be there either. Boom. So crest over there, crest over there. And with raids, that is very self-explanatory. Everyone knows how that stuff works. Cool. Easy. I guess. Yeah, so I think I'm going to shoot a video for either this afternoon or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. Where I just do like a quick overview. Like, hey, here's a quick preview of what to expect. I'm not going to do like a full guide, but just like a... Like, hey, here's the impression of what's going on. Like the high-level changes. You know, which, you know, and... so I'll include things like... the new changes that came for crests and how that's going to communicate. Or how that's going to be communicated. The big one right now is like what the current state of Delve crests are. Like how many do you get from each thing? And I need to kind of write that down maybe. Because I don't think I did a good job. Oh, I think I have the information. Because you get, depending on which Delve level you do, you can get smaller amounts of gilded from that chest, which is also kind of infuriating too. It's like if you can only do like a 9 but you can't do an 11, then that means you're going to lose shit, how many is it? Like it's 2, 4, and 6, I think. Like that's how many you get from those chests, and that just feels shitty. Same thing with using the Delver's Bounty. If you use a Delver's Bounty on anything that's not an 11, then it feels kind of wasted. And nobody likes that. That feels like sort of depressing. It's going to feel like you're losing if you're not getting crests like at the level you feel like you should be. Unless you're a tank. Then you're fine. You want to do 11s? Sure. But yeah, we'll see. I feel like I was talking pretty hot shit about being a tank in a Delve. I'm like, you know, it's easy, Blizz. Come on, bring it on. And I do actually hope they make it a bit more challenging, because right now it doesn't. It's not. So, what else did I want to check up here? Spark stuff. I don't think I needed to look at. Do I even have the Spark? the new spark. It's called, no, that's omens. Here we go. Fortunes. Still says you need 250 for crafting. Maybe I can, no, maybe if people are that interested or people need that information, but I don't think we do need the information. But if we go here, fortunes, 632 to 645. Let's see if I got that right. 632 to 645. That's still good. So I feel like when it comes to, the current state of gearing in the upcoming season, in one word, is brisk. It feels like gearing is going to be really, really fast. A lot of it is going to be thanks to how, quote, easy it's going to be to farm up crests and other currencies and gear and everything. How easy it'll be to get hero class gear. Because as soon as you're able to access tier 8s, tier 8 delves, then you are almost guaranteed to get 2 pieces of hero gear a week. Thanks to how Delver's bounties are going to be much more predictable in how you get them. And because it's going to be easier to farm crests and cap out for the season, you're going to max out your gear that much faster. You're going to be able to also trade those crests up a little bit faster. Because of the lower cost of the upgrades, you're going to start graduating from one crest to another that much faster. You'll especially graduating up to gilded. And so I feel like crafted gear is going to, it's going to blow up. A lot of folks are going to be investing into crafted gear, which, as a counterpoint, it's really disappointing that, at least so far, there haven't been any new gear recipes added or new kinds of resources to farm for. I feel like when they launched 10.1, I feel like for professions, it was kind of a cool win because they introduced some new stuff, and it cost a lot of money, sure, but it also costs a lot of money. So it was like, oh man, a lot of gold's going to be moving the market because people are going to be going for these tougher to get resources. But again, it just meant an opportunity for people who don't have that money, but they have the talent and the know-how and the profession knowledge for it. They'll be able to make huge money. Because I did. Damn, I made money. And right now I'm not seeing that opportunity. So I feel like the crafting game, it's going to be a bit stagnant. Traffic's going to go up because more people are going to get access to higher level crests and thus the higher level crafted gear. So skilled crafters are going to be in higher demand. But if they don't add anything else, it's like, oh, what do we do? So super tinfoil hat right now. If they add gear crafting recipes at the last second, which is kind of dangerous, but if they add these at the last second to kind of throw people off, because we're expecting respecs too, and we haven't seen that be implemented yet either, that could be kind of weird, mostly. But I guess the fact that they haven't added the respec yet, that tells me they're not done with professions with this patch. It's just right now, I don't feel excited about what's coming because they ain't nothing. Blah. So I'm gonna have some faith. I'm gonna hold out hope that things will get better. I was also under operation on my right hand. So my wrist could be in place with some metal because my wrist. Oh man, that sucks. Because now it's like you're gonna have metal in your body. Now you're gonna have trouble when you're going through metal detectors. Now when you have an MRI, you gotta tell people, oh, all right, I got this thing, and that sucks. All right, Nate, you do you. Gathering professions feel empty without a new half mat, at least still holding out hope for some sewer material since they have the chance for that easy joke. Like mutagen, right? Although, what's it called? Alchemists already have mutagen, so they need to make like a new mutagen. That'd be cool. And I did know, some people might have noticed on the PTR, there are quite a few resources that you find specifically inside those sewers. Let's do some exploration on the hunter, just so I can kind of understand that perspective. We'll see what we can glean from that. How I can get arms to heal well enough that I can play WoW before season 2 starts. Yeah, dude. So just make sure that you're taking care of your shit. Because you have about a month. I just put out a video where I really broke down when I think all the patch things are going to be, along with the launch of the next expansion, but also kind of like detailed as to why. It's not just a half-assed guess. A lot of it is based on trends, kind of logic, sort of. But it was fun. It was a fun little topic to put together. Get that out of the way. All right. So let's take a look. Gathering. So as an account-wide thing, you're just given the car, by the way. You just get it. Like, here you go, buddy. So you'll see quite a few resources on the street, but you'll see a lot of stuff that is inside sewers as well. It's just like, wow, how does this stuff grow here? How? My initial impression of gathering in this zone is don't do it. It's like, dude, you can fly elsewhere. Like, why? What would possess you to do it? And so I'm going to seek out that answer. Maybe we'll find it. Where are them sewers at, though? Actually, I don't think you'll find them here. I think I got to go a little bit up north to find more of them. But maybe I'm just not looking. I wasn't really just looking at the time. Lots of fish things though. Fish. No. Not to say that there's going to be some fishing resource, but like I said, there aren't any recipes that ask for a brand new resource that that you can't get, or I haven't seen anything on the PTR vendors, or at least I haven't done a good job of looking. Vince's old left shoe. What? Totally legit camouflage and redown upcycled salvage. Weirdos. But hey, I got herbs. Woohoo. Yeah, I haven't seen Wowhead mention it. I haven't seen, so I don't believe the respec is in yet. We've seen some strings, and I think that's about it. But it won't. Yesterday we had a fun raid. We did a meme style raid where I told the guild, hey, I want everyone to have a paladin, and everyone's gonna go rat, and I need a pet. Everyone's gonna go rat, except for the tanks, of course, and we're gonna see how far we go. So people had healing rings, and I'm totally dead. I don't know how to play this shit at all. Yeah, people had healing rings, and then we crushed normal, no problem, and we got through 7 out of 8 bosses in heroic. We barely got through that 7th boss, Silken Court, with just paladins, no healers. So we had to kind of time our cooldowns, or I had to be all right, everyone, Bubble. Everyone bubble off the thing, and then the next one. All right, everyone use your blessing of protection, and then okay, now use your shield of vengeance and your divine protection. Because some folks um, they weren't very knowledgeable about how paladins worked. So I'm like, all right, let me try to remember the actual names of abilities here. But we did good. I was surprised we got Silken Court in just a few pulls. Because, I mean, we know the fight. You know, we know how that stuff works. But one of the funny things is that because we're all melee, we had to contend with the fact that when mobs come out, they just pop out, you know, on top of us, which was convenient. But also when it drops like those webs in the first phase, they all drop on everyone. So I'm like, oh crap! So we were kind of stuck, or we had to like kind of clean up the area so we can keep fighting. But yeah, it was a very sketch kill. Like we had 2 tanks and DPS up, and that was it. But we did it. So yeah. Oh, can I walk in here? You're gonna kick me out? Ugh. Yep, you're gonna kick me. Okay, I'm gonna sneaky. Can I like go around him? Nope. But I can get an herb and an ore. Would have done better on tank, but off tank ate a boss melee. Yeah, that's on me, I guess. Okay, alchemical runoff. Drink up, and I am now an undead. I'm different. Wow, how woke. This buff is called gender fluid. It's kind of funny. Oh, people are gonna rage out. Oh my god. Someone cancel Bliss. Okay, so no one can go in this house. It's a special house. Well, this thing is guarded. Hold on. Damn. Where's this part of town? I don't know where I am, actually. Shit. Okay, right here. Let me in. Oh, God. You don't hurt me yet, though. Okay, what if I misdirect my... Oh, shit. Okay, let's try again. I will misdirect my way in. Like a smarty pants. Huh. Nope, that didn't work either. Okay, I give up. Too hard. Can't do it. What's this right here? Electrified lock. Oh. They need to go back and do the puzzle that's just untangling. Just untangling. Like this one is kid shit. Give me one that really stimulates me, you know? Like this doesn't quite do it. So like, yay, but yeah, give me something cooler. What's this? A Gorillion engine combined to form Gorillion. Yo, what's Gorillion? That sounds cool. Let's see, Gorillion engine. I have a feeling this makes a pet. An operative Gorillion. I don't know what it is. Oh well, whatever. Now you didn't even have threat? Oh really? Oh, that sucks. Hey, so why don't you stream your Mythic Plus run? I want to copy your route in the Mythic Plus dungeons. I don't know what the route is. For the most part, I just... yeah, you don't want that. I don't know if you really want that. It's not a route that I know. I'll tell you that. As everyone's getting the feeling there's going to be that there's more going on in with the Undermine Zone, and we're just seeing the base phase. What do you mean by that? So what would be like phase 2? Are you saying that this place will transform? I'm sure you're not, but there might be story phases. Korean place opened up across the street. They handed out tasters. Everything was slathered in gochujang. Gochujang. What? I don't know what flavor that is. Gochujang. Oh no. Well, I can't gather that thing that I want to get for it. I don't even know whose place this is. But I gotta find a way in somehow. Oh well, we're here together. Like I've done some of the main questing, but I haven't done any of the side questing at all, except for the one that was about getting the apartment. If y'all remember that from the other week, that was fun. And then I saw the Wildhead article. I'm like, yeah, they found it too. Woohoo! What's funny though were some of the comments that are like, "Oh my god, is this it? This is player housing, Blizz. Oh my god, this is the worst. Literally cancel midnight, blah blah blah." Dude, relax. Bad sludge didn't go down right. I am all jacked up. Okay, I did not like this. Extra spicy Korean chili paste with rice starch and fermented soybeans. Oh, okay. If it's too spicy, I don't bother. Yeah. So. Not surprised I didn't know about that. Alright, so this is just the eating place. I remember this spot pretty well. And the first time I got melee by her? That's weird. We know they've been pumping a shitload of black blood around this entire zone. It feels like the tense before case for a major problem. I mean, I would like this zone to be more than just like a one-off sort of thing. Because, God, there's just like so much that's been... I feel like there's so much handcrafting that was put into this zone. Like, they can do so much with this. I mean, they did a raid. Sure, they also, you know, it's also basically the raid instance. But there's just a lot that they could do here. It won't be the last time she's been bugged since the start. What's been something was? Oh, was that dude targeting me? Oh well. I guess kind of the cool thing is we can, you know, as a gatherer, I guess I'd be able to sort of waypoint all the different sewers. And maybe that will help me be an efficient farming person. And there might be lots of fish for. But still waiting for recipes. Crossing my fingers for recipes. Yeah, we hope they're better in Season 1 than in Season 2 and Season 1. I've noticed that monks just don't have a great time in Keys. Or I don't hear a lot about, yeah, dude, Mistweaver tank, or no, Mistweaver. Like, ooh, Brewmaster tanks, they're the shit. I haven't heard them feel like a prominent tank in years and years and years. Especially because of Demon Hunters. Demon Hunters just tend to outshine a lot because of their ability to kite. In this case, it happens to be paladins for, I guess, like just overall, they're just better. If anything, though, I'm glad that people have learned the truth. They've always been better. Feels intentional and empty in some parts too. It would be kind of cool if, like, certain parts did like kind of blow up, like the golf course. Because the golf course, there's not that much going on in there. I'm fully prepared for some disappointment. Like, they're not gonna take it too far. But what I would like to see is just kind of a bit, some more returns to, returning to zones, even during the expansion. We don't really get that a lot, if at all. It's always like new zone, new zone, new zone, not also return to zone. Yeah, unless it's just for like a side activity. Like, I think they tastefully did a good job when they introduced like the dream surges. I think that did quite a bit to make the old, the previous zones from just earlier patches feel kind of good. Kind of directs people over there. So like updating the season rewards, which is something that they won't do till later, unfortunately. Like, that's cool. It's better than what they've been doing. Oh, is this the same dude? This is the same dude. Okay, I gotta go to a different area. I think I'm just like kind of going in a circle. Let's go probably west. Definitely west. All right. That laugh wasn't very paladin-y. For the light. Yeah. Does that do you well? Alright, so what else are we looking at? I did notice that there are quite a few, I guess, efficient ways of farming up Valor Stones for people who want to do that. It is world content, though, so the people who just want to do nothing but keys and expect to get all the Valor Stones they want, sorry, that's still not happening. But my tip, my original tip remains, like, just don't spend Valor. If you're having, if your Valor Stone broke, then and you only want to do like your favorite thing, like keys, to get your Valor Stones, then be smart. Just stop spending them like a crazy person. Don't spend it on on every incremental upgrade. Be selective. You're kind of like that one meme with the kid that like puts the stick in the wheel of his bike and then trips over it and blames someone else for it. So what gears this guy got? 581. Okay, 581 can survive here, no problem. I mean, it's world content. I ain't expecting a particularly crazy challenge here. Alright, we got herbs here. Let's see, sewer. Sewer. Escape! Ah! Let's see if they snap over. Nope, that's the pet. Sorry, pet. Thanks. Okay, what's down here? We got crab creatures. I'm getting hit. That's not good. Am I getting hit? Nope. I think they finally evaded. Is that new? No, that's not a new thing. More of this alchemical runoff. And now I'm... Ooh, I'm a rat. Ooh. Give us a squeak, pacified, and silenced. Well, that sucks. Oh, and I'm still being attacked by stuff. Oh no! Help! See, this feels like Fallout if it was like super tunified. Screams it. All we're missing are the anti-communist propaganda on the walls or something. Oh, he puppy went down. Oh no. Puppy, get up. Can I not climb up when I'm in combat? How about now? Okay, so that could be a little annoying. So how should I bug this? I want to bug this. So let me just double check real quick. So I'm here, that thing's still alive. And yeah, so I cannot use the rope ladder until I'm out of combat. Alright. Can I bug the rope ladder? Nope. Can't use the rope ladder while in combat. Can't use the rope ladder? Rope ladder. To escape the sewer. Suggest being able to use it while in combat to avoid a stuck scenario. Boop. Let's go. Because that would suck. You're like down there. Some mob is hitting you from above. I mean, the bug is I should be able to leave combat if I go into a sewer. But I'm kind of glossing over that. So we got 1 month until the new season. Apart from what some of you have talked about, possible zone changes or, zone developments and professions, what else are we looking for? What else have we not really seen that we're expecting to see? I feel like that's kind of it. Because now I am simply undead again. Okay. Crystalline powder, nope. So, is anyone doing tier 11 delves on the regular? And if so, do you get more resources doing that? I'm talking about the special delve resources, tinder boxes or any of those other things. Do you get more of it, or does it still cap out at 8? I have a feeling they still cap out at 8, but it appears as if they're going to give greater rewards in season 2. There's nothing extra from tier 11s. Okay, bummer, but expected. They were pretty clear on the intent with season 1. But it's cool that they're responding to the feedback and being like, hey, you know what? People want more? Cool, let's give them more. Without too much changes at lower levels. Cyclops, hey, thank you. Thank you very much for the Prime. Alright, I think I'm cool here. I just wanted to get kind of an idea of what it felt like with gathering, and I mean, I could do this a lot. I could be a bit more springy. I could be faster by getting onto my car and then waypointing a bunch of this stuff, so that way I can just easily jump into a sewer and find stuff. So I think I'm in combat still. Can't tell. Well. Oh, shit. I forgot that those were a thing. Haha. So can I get back up? Oh, I can't get back up. So I can leave combat. Let's try this again. Whee! Okay, so in this case I did leave. But if I'm Hunter, that's the difference. So Hunter gets into combat. Yeah, so I can't leave. And then what happens when Pet goes down? Expectation, hopefully, would be I leave combat. But if I don't leave combat, then I'm stuck. As a Hunter, I can always feign death and all that, and, you know, that's the thing. But I'm thinking about, like, okay, what if other classes get stuck like this? So, like, right now I'm stuck. Because these guys, they kind of, like, you know, they're down. So now my solution would be to dismiss, maybe? Boop. Bye. And so if they leave, no, I'm still in combat. So now I gotta feign death. And now I should be able to, okay, I'm gonna leave here, but then now try to leave. Okay. Yeah, so if there are situations where other classes get stuck like this, then, you know, they might be boned. That would suck. Oh, I'm still kind of fucked. Yeah. Yeah, so this might be able to happen to anyone. So even if I don't have a pet, like if I wasn't able to feign death, then I'd have no solution. Oh, did I leave? Nope. I think I left the vicinity. So let me see if I like hang out here. Let me turn sound on. Ow. Ow. Nope. Yeah, so I think I wouldn't have much of a choice except to feign death or just die. Or hearth or whatever. That sucks. Alright, so I feel like that's a legit bug. Let's see what they do about it. Alright, I'm gonna switch back to Live Realms. Let's knock out some of them delve questy things. I haven't done much since yesterday. You know, it's also wild. We are already close to another trading post thing. So next Saturday will be the next trading post. Cool. Kind of. We'll see how that goes. I mean, I think we've seen a lot of what to expect from February anyway. So I might just, unless there's like, see, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I feel bad because like I'll feel repetitive, but if they do a page with previews, I'm gonna be tempted to do it. But then when it goes live, I'm also gonna want to do a live coverage, or you know, hey, it's freshly live. Let's take a look. I feel like I'll have to do 2 videos, like a scumbag, because people will watch. You know. The thing is, I just have to be up early, or be up early, or just kind of be on EU servers and just wait for it to reset, and then I'll pounce on it, shoot a video. Job's done. And that should do it. Yeah. Oh, did my thumbnail not even upload correctly there? Shit. It didn't. Let me add thumbnail. There we go. That'll do it. Alright, so we're going to be doing some delvies. Actually, let's look at and see if there's any cool work orders to knock out. Yeah, my blacksmithing is almost ready. Almost ready to start working on weapons. It's gonna feel good. I hope. Do I want the 30 acuity? Yeah, sure. Well, no, not really. I don't really need the acuity. Like, I've started to spend acuity on just buying on those caches, which is kind of cool. They give like an okay amount of resources. Like they give mostly like rank 3s, actually. And that's a good idea. What will they do? Will they do all the Valentine's Day crap with a shitload of hearts? I don't know. Like, what did they do last time? I thought they did something else, didn't they? Like they moved away from just like the hard farming of those bracelets, didn't they? And they moved to something else. Now it's like this, these activities that you do. I have very little memory of that. Anywhere on the point reset? No, actually, they haven't. So that's what's got me kind of thinking, okay, hopefully they'll do something soon on that. I mean, like my bigger concern, honestly, is are they going to have new recipes? That's my big thing. Because we haven't seen even a hint of that yet. And that makes me kind of doo-doo. Oh, wait, it's going to ask for that? No, I don't want to... Wait, I didn't realize I had rank 3 bolts. Shoot. Can't have that. I gotta get rid of that stuff. Oh, it's in the war bank. Okay, so gotta have a hard and fast rule on this. Don't keep rank 3 stuff in the war bank. Not allowed. You mean for the trading post, not the holiday? I know there was like a bunch of like butterfly stuff that was data mined, and there was also on the PTR there were like previews of like butterfly related stuff. Some of the stuff looks kind of cool, but expect that vibe. Someday they're gonna have a spike, a spiky, super manly, man holiday. And then all will be right with the world. Where are my bolts? Bolts. How's WoW? I haven't played since Dragonflight released. I don't know what to tell you, dude. A lot's changed. Yeah, a lot's changed. Another save on the list of love rockets up there. Yeah, there's that for sure. But as usual, I'm gonna wait and see if they have like some, the cheap stuff. That's like been my go-to. I think I bought everything that I wanted to get for this month. I should pay them a visit, just in case. Miss Legion so much. We're a long way from Legion. I mean, hell, if Legion launched today, people would be pissed. Oh my god. Super RNG. All this gating in order to get, and I just want to play the game, Blizz. Yeah, people would be pissed. Legion would kill the game. Oh man. But I'm liking War Within, so I'm having a good time. I can do what I want. I can gear hella fast. My item level is like super high, and I don't have to like do like stupid hard stuff. Yeah, feels good. We're so far from Legion that it's coming back. Yeah, it's coming back as the. I mean, Legion was what 2016, man. That's 9 years ago. Oh Christ, 9 years ago. Oh man. You know, this expansion or this game is like in college right now. That's what's going on here. This game is old. All right, anything else good? Maybe this one. This one should be good. Easy. Yeah, it's like such a different game. I don't know where to begin. Wait, well, the remix will be Legion this time around? All indicators say yes. Unless it happens to be the Emerald Dream or something like that. I mean, I don't know what other green expansion there is. Well, Dragonflight. Oh man, imagine the gymnastics that I'll have to do if I have to, you know, if I'm going to be excited about the Dragonflight remix in 2025. Wish me luck. There are probably kids playing WoW that were born after Legion came out. Yes. there more than likely is. Oh god. But hey, that WoW is a game that has lasted a generation, you know? That means something. It means we're old. What weak aura am I using for the mount speed? I am not using a weak aura for the mount speed. It's an add-on called Dragon Rider. Dragon Rider. 2 words, I think. Yeah, no problem, dude. That stuff's fine. That stuff's fine. Okay, I used all the things. How many points do I get? I don't think I got very many points at all. I got 4 points. Oh, 4 more points and I can start working on weaponsmithing finally. Like, this just feels painful. Oh man, I'm like so far away from this. All right. I guess you know what I could do? I could do content, and then I can maybe get like drops of, you know, the drops that'll give me, you know, a chance for some extra points. I haven't done those in forever. Or I hardly ever earn those. Like, you don't get those from raids or anything really. You know, let me turn in these guys here. Knowing my memory. Oh, and then drop by the trading post. How angry would people be if it was just remixed Burning Crusade? People will lose their minds. Oh yeah, that too. Burning Crusade. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I feel like Burning Crusade would fit better. You know, if we think of the remix as if they were to just take the system of the Pandaria remix and just cut and paste, I think it would work a lot better in TBC than Legion. Yeah. No, you know, I remember I mentioned it like once before. I should keep that thought in my head. We might see TBC instead. There's a video idea. Which thing is it going to be? Is it really going to be Legion? likelihood is very, very high. But what's the likelihood that we'll see TBC instead? I think there's a non-zero chance. Do you think that they'll tie furniture items into professions? What if they added a cosmetic profession? I mean, they can. There's a lot of ways they can do that. Mainly delicious. Personally, I'm not a fan of creating a new profession just for that. I feel like that would be. I feel like it's unnecessary. Personal take here. I feel like it's unnecessary because if they did that, they would need to. They would need to make a carpentry kind of profession for vanilla, TVC, Wrath, Mop, Cataclysm. Sorry, Cataclysm. How offensive. You know, they'd have to make a version for all of that, and I'm very skeptic of that. I feel like it would just be much easier to have an NPC manage this instead. So think of Pascal from Mechagon. Think of the protoform synthesis thing in Zereth Mortis. You know, think of that sort of stuff where you talk to an NPC. That NPC says, "Hey, I can do all these things. Give me stuff." And then when you give the NPC all that stuff, they just make the thing for you, and and then like ta-da, you're done. And as for the things that you give to this NPC, they would be things that you can find from drops, you can farm them, you can gather them, you can have them crafted by professions. So I'm not saying that a blacksmith should make a couch or a chair, but I am suggesting, or and I'm also not suggesting that there's a profession that makes a couch and all that stuff, but I am suggesting that blacksmiths make frames that people will need, and tailors will make the covers for this couch, and you get all these things together, you go over to this NPC and then they finish it for you, something like that. So there are lots of ways that it can be done. That happens to be my favorite, but I'm gonna keep an open mind. There's lots of possibilities that they could go with. I know the popular one is the profession, but I don't think it's going to work out the way people really want it to. I'm very skittish about that. So. All right, so there's this damn disc quest that I had for weeks that I never turned in because I did all the story stuff, so I shouldn't expect anything more here. So nothing new, right? You good? You good? All right, you good. Ooh, that gave me 900 resonance crystals. Hell yeah! And that gave me Kej, whatever. And that gave me more resonance crystals. Delish. I just hope they add housing things to all professions. Yeah. I hate the Discman Fragment quest. They're easy. Just do 3 delves. Do 3 tier 8 delves and you're done. Or otherwise just sit on it and like don't do anything and just let yourself like passively finish at some point. That's what that quest definitely is. It doesn't feel like the kind of thing that you feel like, oh man, I gotta hard farm this thing like now, immediately. Rares drop fragments as well. Yeah, they drop a small amount, but I'd say delves are the easiest one because you get like 30 something of them. 3 delves, you're done. Three tier 8s, you're done. So it lines up really. So if the pinnacle thing, if this quest did happen to pop up at the same time, then it would just be very convenient. But I've just been sitting on this one for a long time. TVC again, it's been through the classic cycle not that long ago. Then you get to spec out what they poured over for rewards since BC has so few mounts. Skyguard, Netherwing, the Ground Bucks, those are a few. and not a hella long grind. Those would be cool to farm out. I mean, by comparison, there aren't nearly as many like reps or whatnot for, you know, from Legion. They were there, but it wasn't that many, I don't think. So what am I doing this time? Saving dudes. Okay, this one's nice and mostly easy. If you need currency from someone else, just there, drop them as well. And there's a shitload in the ocean you can grab without being bothered. Yeah, like the disc stuff. Like I said, I would consider that as like a more passive quest. Like don't hard farm it. I mean, after all, the only thing you get from it is like just the cash, and that's it. So if you're good with the cash, then you know don't sweat over it. Like I'm personally going for it because I want more resonance crystals. Like that was a big chunk that I got from those chests. I think the Delve one gave me a lot, and then probably the disc gave me a lot. That's how I got the other 900. But it's like, what do you need the resonance crystals for anyway? For me, transmog. Do you? Does everyone care about that? Probably not. It would be cool to farm up as someone who did the grind in TBC. I'm still having PTSD from killing ogres in the grind and farming eggs in Netherstorm. I'm good, thanks. Like, I would want something fast for... Oh god, what was it called? Yeah, the Nagrand rep, that took... I remember that took forever, and I don't think this paladin did it. Actually, let me see. TBC, we're going way back. So, yeah, so Maghar, that's the Grand Rap. I only got to revere it on this character. I mean, I only need really to wait for Warband reps to hit TBC, and then I'll be fine. Because I did hit Exalted with those guys. I just haven't here. I think I only repped up with these guys on this character because there was a shield. I think there was a shield I wanted to buy. Like, that was it. But like I've been saying too, I'm also keeping an open mind. Yeah, we don't know what sorts of... oh, wait, I don't need to go here. We don't know if the remix is going to be what we think it is. They might have a totally different approach to it, and that might be cool, or it might be a disaster. So yeah, I'm gonna keep it up. Maybe I'll talk about that on Saturday. I'm like, hey, I know we're excited about the Legion remix, but let me humor me here. What if they did? What if they did TPC instead? You know, introduce that thought. Yeah, because that seems pretty plausible. Alright, this is the multiple rounds of dudes. Consortium and Ogre rep can suck it for real. Consortium. Didn't we just do dungeons for that? I think. Yeah, I thought it was just dungeons we did for the Consortium. Ogrela is different. That was rough. Pretty sure there's like people who have weak who will. I'm sure there already is like a weak aura for doing the Simon Says puzzle. Not even a puzzle, but do you know that memorization thing? And I was not good at that. I had to like write down or type in like the different commands so that way I would win. Would it have Ashes of Alara? I don't see why not. You know, super rare mounts were included in the MOP remix. Yeah, so I definitely can see it happening for the TBC remix. Yeah, so yeah, help me out here. What would make the Legion remix just not a good idea? I know we've talked about what would make it cool, but what would make it like not a good idea compared to TBC? Like, I feel like there's not enough. You know, there's less questing, if I recall this correctly. I don't know. I guess the polish of Legion just made it feel like, in some ways, there was less. Especially like, you felt like you had to play through all the classes in order to really experience the story. I'm never gonna get over that. We're gonna get a remix per year. Per year? That's a lot. Too soon, less questing indeed, all the class halls. Yeah, it's like the questing of I don't know, the questing in MOP just hit different compared to Legion. Yeah, so real question is, did they add the Super Rare Mounts to Remix because of the Evoker bug, or was it the plan all along? I suspect it was the plan all along. You know, because it's that old. Why not? Yeah, I think I'm convincing myself more and more that we might see TVC instead. Oh, but you know what would suck? You know what would make me think otherwise though? The raids. The raids alone would make me think, no, definitely not TBC, because they would need to invent they'd need to invent Raid Finder for that. I don't think they would let themselves get away with only doing organized raids of TBC. Yeah, I don't see that happening. So yeah, I think the raids make me say no to TBC now that I think about that some more. Oh well, darn. I mean, not to say that they can't do it or would never do it. It just feels like that's one. It just feels like that makes it less likely. Between Legion and TBC, that is. It would be funny as if the currency was called like bronze artifact power or something like that. You know, instead of the cloak, you have your artifact weapon or weapons, whatever. They all happen to share the same power. It doesn't matter, you know, if you respec or whatever. But you're also farming up bronze artifact power, whatever the fuck that's called. Artifact legendary systems are kind of a big thing to deal with in the Legion Remix because they were key elements. I mean, given how just freaking wild the MOP remix was with powers and stuff, like, to say that the artifact weapons were key elements, yeah, you can't take that away. But you know what does more damage? Just all the passive shit that we got from all those powers. That shit was insane. You know, like, and you know what it was like more. You powered up way more than I did and you easily discover that your purpose is not you're not a tank, you're not a healer, you're not a DPS necessarily. You're just a dot layer. You just lay down dots and then you watch the numbers fly all over the screen. And shit just drops. And you're constantly moving because, you know, you're looking for the next target or whatever. Everyone becomes a dot class. And it's fun, so. If they want a realistic experience, the rating wouldn't matter though. Imagine doing the Sentinel even remotely overpowered as you were in the mob remix. Well, I'm not even talking about like the difficulty. I'm just talking about that you can't queue up for it, and I think people just aren't going to have that. You know, they got to have at least some sort of minimal thing going on, and not having that would just kind of stink. So they'd have to make a raid finder difficulty. And they would need to make it in such a way that, yeah, it is doable if you have a group that isn't like super juiced up with bronze artifact power or whatever it's called. Yeah, so now I'm kind of like, okay, probably not for TBC. Oh, I gotta get out of here. Would it be hard to include Raid Finder to Burning Crusade? Yeah, because they would need to make a scaling raid. So like they'd have to do it. Not to say that it's like the toughest things to do, but I'm just thinking in the context of a remix, would they do it? I don't know. Like for Mop, they already had Raid Finder, but they didn't have the scaling at the time. I mean, eventually it didn't matter, but notice how when they did the Mop remix at first, you couldn't just you didn't have flex raids at the time. So yeah, they'd have to engineer some new stuff. Again. Not to say that they can't do it or won't do it. It would just be that much more work. And the point of this topic is it going to be TBC or is it Legion? Which is the easier one to do? And I think Legion is the easier one to do. Flux rating, to be precise, flux rating was introduced at the end of MOP. So for those who remember the remix, maybe it's hard to remember because eventually we just overpower the shit out of it. Mogushan, you know, those raids, all the raids, with the exception of, what's it called? Siege. They were not flex. You had to, you know, yeah. You never know, though. We never know. They might do it. Because one thing to point out as well, we need more time walking raids. And while Legion, it'd be weird to have a Legion time walking raid before a MOP time walking raid or a Warlords time walking raid. That would be their chance to kind of double up on their engineering and be like, all right, cool. Well, you know, if we develop the tech for this, then we can do a Legion. You know, then we can do Legion time walking, something like that. So. Gotta learn to hate that dungeon and the Hellfire in the end because of the attunement. Just get a rogue, right? Wasn't that the thing? Just use a rogue or a blacksmith with a key. That'll get you in too. Or just wait. someone might just come by and open the door for people. I thought Remix had a time walking mob raid. Well, the whole thing was, well, not exactly time walking. They didn't treat it like that. Alright, so what's this one? Workers rescued. Okay, can I just take this blazing wick? I mean, it's... Ooh, that hurts. Ooh, that hurts a lot. I'm just trying to be lazy and not... You know, I don't want to refill my, my little light source thing. Or at least minimize it. Time walking raids, we need our Throne of Thunder, Foundry, and the Knighthood. Would I want Nighthold as the raid? I mean, Nighthold was good. Nighthold was long. It felt long. What wasn't my favorite? Was Nighthold my favorite? What was your guys' favorite Legion raid? Kind of partial to Emerald Night. No, I'm just kidding. Not Emerald Nightmare. Emerald Nightmare was not my favorite. You know, like overall, like the whole Satyr versus Night Elf vibe never really clicks with me. Can't really pin it down. Maybe it's because I'm just racist against Night Elves or something. That's a fair possibility. My grudge against my old buddy who I played Warcraft 3 with. I played Undead, they played Night Elf. Like that runs deep, man. That runs deep. Hey, you come here too. Satyrs or Night Owls? Well, you know what I mean, dude. Come on. Nighthold by far. Okay. I want to think we're going to Argus raid and Taurus. Time walking raids haven't been the first or last raid from what we've gotten already. It just happens to be like that. I mean, would we want the time walking raid for Wrath to have been Nax? That'd be weird. And long. Ugh. That'd be forever. That was a long raid, man. Alright, did I... Okay, I still need two more. Two more. Yeah, Tomb was fun. Tomb was like, I enjoyed Tomb. I enjoyed excuse me. Like, I enjoyed most of the raids. Yeah. Except Emerald Nightmare. Just wasn't a big fan of it. Of mostly the theme. Encounter wise, it was alright. But it was just alright. So that's why it's kind of, it's still like lower on the totem pole for me. No, not yeah, that's Tomb of Sargeras. Oh, you know it was great? Trial of Valor. Great raid, guys. It was brisk. It was brief. Alright. I like the story of Tomb over all the other raids. I think I would have liked it more if there was like some more cool shit with Aegwynn. It's like, you know, like here we go. This is like a fragment of the first, you know, the first Guardian. I was hoping to see like, you know, some more badass moves, but oh well. Too many class halls, man. No time for side characters. And this is a small nitpick, like the whole MacGuffin, oh my god, we need the 4 pillars of creation that do this very convenient thing. You know, a little hokey, but not really like a, not a huge deal. Trial of Valor as a time walking around will be fun just to watch the wipes. Wouldn't be that bad. I mean, Guarb is I think the dude's name. You know what I'm talking about? The puppy with the multiple colored laser thing that would just tear people up. Yeah, that would be a thing. All right, let's see how much this hurts. Oh, standing in that hurts. Okay. Yeah, don't do that. Not good. The last fight, though, it felt like a fight where you can make a lot of mistakes. And we just needed to like kind of power through it, and we did. I kind of like that. You know, when we have a chance to recover, unlike, you know, more modern encounters where it's like, oh, you miss it, the raid's dead. Fuck. But I understand that that's pretty tough to balance too, because if you can just sort of power through everything, then it kind of it sort of takes away some of that challenge after that first time, because then you know you just need more item level and like that's it. It's not, oh, you got to play smart. And I recall that fight just being very relaxed in the mistakes you can make. Never did Mythic though, so I that I don't know. Hell yeah, it was a Pug Destroyer? Oh, was it? I don't feel like it was. I mean, okay, in fairness, we only did the raid twice, and they're like, okay, we're done. This is kind of meh. Not the most exciting thing. So we only did like a couple of clears, and that was it. People would die to the tidal waves? I could have swore we like healed through it. Or we just like, oh shit, we all, you know, we get messed up, but we would be able to recover from it. Maybe the guild's just badass. A detachable Fang. Well, this quest is done. Now we got time walking. Haven't done time walking yet. Even Odin was tough for people who didn't know where to go. Oh, I totally forgot how Odin worked. Oh, you know, I sort of remember like I kind of remember there was a sort of path when you would he would be at a distance, and I'd have to run away and kite him for a bit. That's all I remember. So many raids, so many bosses. It starts to blur after a while. You forget how bad people are sometimes. Yeah, I suppose. Oh, so all I get was the helmet? I didn't get shit for that. Oh, wait, then again, this is the, that's the delve thing, you idiot. Okay, so, should I do Time Walker on this character too? It's a chance at... the one ring, the one thing that I may want to still get from the raid, like I'm never gonna try to outroll anyone in the guild for it, but I wouldn't mind getting, where is it? The seal. But that's it. What sucks though is I'd lose a shitload of haste in favor of crit. Woohoo! But yeah, I think that's the only thing that I'd want. Oh, and it's lower item level. Ill trash. But I think, yeah, I can't think of anything else. I guess there's like some transmog that I still might be able to get from here. So yeah, we're doing it. We're doing some time walking. It was just like the fight in the Halls of Valor. It was a near exact copy. I remember something about having to kite him away for something, because he laid down like big old lightning pillars or something like that. It wasn't like the dungeon. It was like something else, kind of weird. But it's been a while. Okay, so let's double check. I got 765 tender. It's a weird number. Do I have everything I want? I think I said I wanted to freeze one of these, and I think I will. So I will. Sorry, deep dive thing. And then I don't think I needed to go for any of these. Oh, we're fucked. I don't remember Ruby Sanctum. There's a legend. There's a legend in the guild. We're kind of at the point where it's kind of a myth. We're not entirely sure like what are all the facts now, because it's been so long. But the legend is, the story is, we did the raid once as a guild, and it took us 12 hours to do, allegedly. 12 hours to do. So we were just so determined to kill this thing, but we just sucked really bad at it. We just kept dying and dying of stupid shit. People were going to bed. Hey, I gotta go, man. And then I'd fill with someone else. And for whatever reason, there was always someone on in the guild who was available. And we just kept rotating through people. Eventually morning came, the sun went up. People were waking up. Oh my god, you guys are still in there. We're still in here. We eventually killed it. And we never really talked about it again for the rest of the expansion. We just totally ignored it, pushed it out of our head as if it never happened. Eventually, we started talking about it again as if it was like this therapy thing, and we're like reliving our trauma and all that. But then already our memories were just kind of muddied because we didn't really talk about it after that. So now we're like, okay, so how many people were there? How many people did we go through? Who stayed? Blah, blah, blah. You know, because people started leaving the guild. I think Mac was in there at the time. I think Carl was there at the time. And aside from the three of us, I think that's it. Those are the only witnesses to that fight. So yeah, that's the reason why whenever someone's like, hey dude, we need to have like one mini raid at the end of the expansion instead of the lull, instead of like the remix, instead of season 4. Just give us another mini raid. Yet no. Hell no. Never give me that. I mean, it's not like I won't do it, but I'll be done and over with that thing hella fast. That thing was just rough. Simply rough. I think I have all the facts right there, but I'm not entirely sure. Dark Civilian, hey, thank you. Thank you very much for subbing. But yeah, it sucked. I didn't like it. Please no Ruby Sanctum. That didn't work out. Crucible of Storms didn't really fare much better. The one encounter kinds of instances that I think worked decently was during the era of having like the PvP instances that you fight for. Those were kind of cool. That's it. Because it was like, for the most part, a quick one, quick one and done, or, well, multiples eventually. Oh, he's dead. Get up. Oh shit. That's right, Disorient. I forgot about that. Revenge of Ruby Sanctum. And it drops Slayer. Oh, that would be very tragic. Oh, isn't this the guy that we don't fight? Oh, no, we do fight him. We go this way, and then, yeah, I don't remember too well. Alright, guys, who's ready for that Fell Cycle puzzle? Oh, wait, that's the other boss, I think. Yeah. Alright, any news? Any news? We got no news. Alright. All around Wrath stuff, hottest of takes. I wish they did more fights like Malagos. Partial vehicle fight? Yeah, like those were decent, like one encounter kinds of raids when you had like multiples of those. Oh, yeah, this way. But also there was nothing stopping it from just being like the kind of encounter that you just have in a raid anyway. But I don't think it would fit so great in a raid that's already as big as Dax. Here we go, puzzle room. Arrgh. Mally was kind of a cool fight. Very boring as a tank. Very little to do. I'm like, yep, we're here. I think there was like one moment of excitement during that fight. I forget when though. Doing Sarth was cool. I think we did 3 Drakes. I think. Or maybe it was like we did it later. Once it was like easier or something. I mean, I remember we did Algalon later in Wrath. Split phases like that just felt good. It was cool. Gave yourself a moment to breathe, a little bit of RP before you do something completely different. I remember all the excitement of taunting those, what was it? Oh shit, grab it, hurry up. Oh wait, I thought I grabbed it up here. I guess not. Yeah, I remember the excitement of having to taunt those people on the discs, and I'd never do it because it's like you don't deserve to do it. Stupid tank. All right, let's see if I get lost here. It was like here, and then I think we like do this one and then drop down. Yeah, so that, it's dead, and then come over here. And then there's another one. Oh, I think I missed another one still. Yeah, that one I missed. Whoops. My first time doing 25 man, I tanked the ads for it and killed it a third attempt. Nice. Don't know what that was. Don't know what the 25 man was like though. Yeah, we were a strict 10 man. We tried doing a couple of like Nax 25s and all that, but no, whatever. Sometimes this is back when I still pugged some. Or actually, no, it wasn't even me that hosted the pugs most of the time. I had my code tank at the time. Like he would put the groups together, and I would just join later. Or I'd be like, "Is it done?" Yep, it's done. Sweet, let's go. Even back then, I was lazy at setting up pugs. But back then, it was just me being lazy. With modern vehicle mechanics, can do some fun stuff. I doubt we'll ever see anything like that outside of trash. No, I mean it's. I think the feedback for the most part has been resounding. Like people want to play their class, you know. They want to play their character. They didn't show up and gear up just so they can do dragon damage and all that. Like, what's it called? Come on, damn it, soul. The raid is called Vault of the Incarnates. You know, we got that first thing with the trash. Da-da, 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 you know, that sort of thing. So it was cool. But, you know, that was it. Oh, that's right, I got kicked off. Throw it. Do it. Is it this way? Oh, I don't know. The dude just went away. Oh boy. Yeah, this guy's kind of shooting all over the place. I can't really tell. That sucks. 3 minutes till res as well. Well, bummer. Oh well. Great encounter with drive mechanics. Oh, God. Like the speed alone, I think would throw people off. Like even if it was just like going down a straightaway, that'd just be disorienting. It'd be like how people complain about Grimrail Depot. I don't see the corner. Oh well, I guess I'll have to kind of go by instinct. Where's the next one? Oh, I don't even get to. I thought we saw a preview of the ghosties. I guess I'll just follow the guy. There we go. See, that's what happens when I don't have the light thing. Yay! Okay, maybe not this group. Drift stupid. Time okay. Okay, this post I don't get. Like, you know, I'm talking about the Valorstone things here, and this dude's like, hey, I'd love if they named the crest in some way that is more intuitive to know what tier they are. So here's what I don't get. So, or tell me if I'm crazy or not. Weathered, carved, runed, gilded. That feels like a pretty obvious order of, you know, the condition of a thing. You know, the not quality, but just condition. So weathered is, you know, worn down, it's kind of janky, whatever. Carved is, I guess, you know, carved is you work on it a little bit. Runed is you work on it a little bit more. Gilded is you doll it up and you put gold flakes on it and call it very expensive, something like that. I wonder if it's a translation thing. You know, because I don't know how this looks in, you know, for other regions, different languages. How do they define it? Because this screams at me. It's not telling where to get it from. Oh, you know exactly where to get it from. So weathered, even though this is really disorganized, so it tells you. Okay, this thing doesn't. Actually, this tooltip helps is not great. I think they show it. The new tooltips are way better. I should post that as well. Because the new tooltips, they tell you, they're big tooltips. They tell you everything. So disorganization is a big part of the problem, along with the tooltips. Yeah, for me, the disorganization was most of it. But then the tooltips, they're a lot better now too. They're much, much better. Like they'll tell you, hey, do these delves, do these do this level of delve, do this level of dungeon, do this level of raid. Yeah, it's good. I mean, for new players, I get it, but it's kind of weird seeing. It's weird seeing people on socials talk about this, and then you look at them and they like on their profile, oh, I'm like a 3200 IO person, blah blah blah. I'm like, you know what these things are. You sound hella fake, giving that sort of feedback. Like if you're not sure about like the basics of how the upgrade system works after more than 2 years, and you have a very impressive score that tells you your experience doing keys and whatnot, I'm gonna have a hard time taking a comment like that seriously. Why not have it as just be 1, 2, 3, 4? I remember there was a reason actually. I had a really good take on it, and I forgot. So take's no longer valid. But I remember I had a good reason, because I was thinking the same thing too. I'm like, dude, why don't they just have it be like level 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then leave it at that. But I think I remember like there would have been some sort of kind of a naming convention problem, something that would have been like really, really annoying and confusing for players. Where's the next dude? Actually, I don't even care if he spawns like hella dudes. Just freaking bring it. Well, and they get smoked anyway. No, I don't find it confusing either, but I remember, I realized something, and I was like, oh, that's a good point. Okay, I can see why they didn't do that. But I forgot. Making the color differences more obvious doesn't work if you're colorblind. That and not everyone reads icons. Some people want to read words. For me, I prefer words. That's why I use. Okay, it's not on right now, but that's why I use. That's why I use bag add-ons that just use words. Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to remember like what exactly that is. Oh, it was good too. I was like, oh yeah. You know, if I look through Twitter, or my YouTube comments, I might be able to find it, but I'm not gonna do that. Look through all those comments. That's too much. But yeah, why didn't I like the idea of just 1, 2, 3, and 4? We'll never know. Assuming a lot of currencies are going to be zeroed out in the next patch, any idea which ones? Don't expect bountiful delve keys to keep. Don't expect radiant echoes. Don't expect undercoin, crest, and valor stones. Well, valor stones, I'm not sure about. Did they do that? Did they zero out valor stones between seasons? I don't remember. That I don't remember. They're not going to zero out crest, but they're just not going to be, used for that gear anymore. They did cancel it. Okay. Yeah, I kind of figured. All right, after this run, I will do sponsored stuff. Yay! Okay. A barrel. There are a lot of ways quest things can be improved. There's so many currencies to keep track of. Change the system. As a casual player, it feels like it's unnecessary, extra confusion to getting better gear. Although I'm very glad the system exists, so I can get better gear. I think that's kind of to me, that's kind of the big thing. Like, we look at the whole allotment of currencies, and we look at all this info. We let ourselves get info dumped. And I'm part of this too. We let ourselves get info dumped by like all these videos and all these informative things that tell us how everything works. But it's how everything works. And that gets really overwhelming really fast. And I feel like people react to the information and not exactly the experience. The experience is, for the most part, people only interact with two kinds of, using crest as an example, people only interact with two of them at a time. The one that you're about to graduate from and the one that you're working towards. And that's it. You just, for the most part, you just need to stick to, let's just meet in the middle here. For the most part, you just stick to your lane, and you'll only interact with things that you actually, the things that you actually hear about. When someone tries to do the critique of, oh my god, we have this, 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 I'm like, you're right, but how often are you interacting with all those things at the same time, at once? No. So it's really easy to mislead yourself on, hell, I'm misleading this team. It's really easy to mislead yourself on, how we might feel about certain things like that. I don't know what my player profile is. I just do random shit. Alright, someone click stuff. Some of these gotta work. It's like no one can activate anything. Do we have anyone? Otherwise, I'm just gonna fucking pull the boss, which I think is gonna be a mistake. Oh, there we go. Simple solution for quest readability would be just be giving them their own section of the currency tab and actually list them in order from highest quality to lowest. Hey, Mort, check it out. This is what we're seeing in season 2. So weathered, carved, ruined, gilded. That's it. You just have a simple tab that shows the shit that you need. I feel like I'm restarting the stream again. Yeah, so that alone is a big change. After this I'll show you guys the updated tooltip and then do the sponsored stuff. That sounds good. That sounds grand. You're down to 3,000 tender. Oh no. I don't think I do any bot commands, by the way, Mohammed. But I think there should be a Discord link in the stream or video description. If not, the main page for the channel. Oh, I don't have my thing. Yeah, if I transmog to my artifact shield, then I'd be able to like cheese this. Oh well. Gloves, potions, no cape, light vest. Gloves, potions, no cape. Not these guys. Well, nope, that's not it. Gloves, potions. Is that a potion or just a pouch? Cape. Nope. Not you. Oh. Seymour, hey, what's up? Beep dee dee dee. Alright, thank you. Oh, it's funny. DBM and Little Wigs was giving us notifications. Look at that. Rivals working together. Ain't that great? Yeah, give me that number. Oh, this is it too. Today should be the day I get Keystone Master. Hell yeah. Alright, let's get on the Peter. I hope it doesn't go down, then I'll be sad. But it should be okay. this guy. Okay, some other commenter says that it still needs a change to align with the gear system of green, blue, purple, and orange. Oh, I don't think that'd be a good idea. Because that kind of intersects with gear, and this is not gear, these are crests, and everything's purple that you upgraded, so I don't think that would work. Alright, so folks who are wondering about this whole tooltip thing, yeah, I'll make this thing bigger too. Hold up. Let's get serious. Nah, bigger. Yeah. Oh, too big. Here we go. So here we are. So here we have, separate from War Within stuff. We could probably just make these things like inactive. Some of these old crests that we're not gonna care about anymore. Whatever. Yeah, cool. So Season 2 is gonna have its own separate tab. So it's gonna show you just what's current. Simple as that. So at the very top, you have Valor Stones. And then from top to bottom, you have the order of crests based on their potency, quality, whatever. From weathered to carved to rune, and then finally gilded. And then notice here the tooltips. Very, very informative. So whether you can do, you get it, it tells you what you can use it on, the item level range that you'll be able to play around in with this level of crest. Of course, what the season max is, and then where you get it from. Repeatable outdoor events, Raid Finder, Heroics, and Delves from tiers 1 to 5. And then it goes all the way down to Gilded, telling you how you can play with these things, where to get them, and yeah. So it's right there. It's just right there. Now, we could make a fair argument and say, well, can we just get can this thing just say, can we just give a lot of information in just the name of the crest? And I don't think that'd be a good idea. As for the level 1, 2, 3, and 4, I forgot what I remember. I had a good response to it, but I just don't remember. So, oh well. I'll be right back. Okie dokie. Why not use the common rare epic legendary scheme? Because we're working with epic gear. And I don't think that would be... I think that would be confusing for people. That unopened notice is trigger my OCD. Alright. Alright, before we get back to things. No, that's not it. I'll do this one. There we go. Before we get back to things, this is a sponsored stream. It's brought to you by Into the AM. They make shirts, and I've been featuring them, oh gosh, I think like almost every month for the past couple of months now. They do very, very high quality shirts at very, very affordable prices, and that's one of the big reasons why I partner up with them is because they do fairly, fairly affordable products, things that everyone uses, and even if you might have shirts that are like 20 years old, like I definitely still have some shirts that are like 10, 20 years old. Now's a decent time to consider getting other shirts that will hopefully last just as long. So right now they're featuring their basics collection, which I'm very glad to have been offered a chance to feature because I do like plain stuff as well for the most part. Like most of what you see me in is like a lot of other Into the AM shirts with like clever designs and what have you. But for the most part, on my day to day, I'll tend to wear things that are just not very loud. I'm not a big fan of like things that keep saying like, oh, here's the brand, here's the monogram or whatever. I just like to have like just solid threads and all that. So, here is, just a basic long sleeve tee. It's a medium size. And as you can kind of tell, like it's not like a super loose fitting shirt, so it's not like it's something you can definitely wear indoors in the house, but it's not like super casual. It's the kind of thing that you may want to have you may want to wear a jacket or a hoodie over on top of it in case it's super cold. The kind of material it's all it's all a poly blend, but it feels really snug on the arms, or maybe this is my workout paying off, or maybe I'm just fat. Could be one of many of those things. But they also have like some sale stuff going on right now. We'll take a quick look. Right now it's 50% off site wide, including the basics collection, which includes like some of these right here. I think this is basically the brand that I'm featuring here, just a long sleeve version. But let's look at where they have their basics. So here we go, basic tees. And just like anyone, I recommend being cheap about it. And they're simple. Like you can see here, like there's one where they have like their logo, but you can opt to get stuff that does not have their logo. These are going for about 20 bucks a pop. They're on a bit of a sale right now. But then there are also packs of shirts that you can get as well. So like here's some packs you can get. So you can get like 3 shirts. This happens to be a V-neck. Not a big fan of the V-neck stuff, but they're all right. 5 for 100. So there's like lots of different packages you can go for. If you use the link that I have below the stream, or if you go to intotheam.com/soul10, that'll automatically put in like some discount stuff. So if I were to like pick this guy up here, and then I think I already have stuff in the cart. So you can see here, let's go through the checkout process so you can kind of like see what's going on. Okay, cool. No personal info. So Soul 10 is in there. If I take this out, I think the price should go up by a bit. Yeah. And then putting in the code brings it down. Cool. So it takes an extra 10% off of like whatever. So not bad. Let's go back, because I want to see like what other cheap stuff there is real quick. All right, we're not going to take too long here, even though this is a sponsored thing. Mostly looking for basic stuff. See, I'm glad that they're having me feature the basic stuff this time, because this is what I'd really want to like shop for and pick up. They don't have very loud colors though. So some people that want like to have like brighter colors, like, hey, do they have a big yellow, a super bright yellow shirt? No, that's clearly not their vibe. They go for pretty subtle colors. I mean, the closest thing would be like this really light blue one. Yeah. And in this case, if you wanted to go for like 9 shirts, that's actually not a bad value. If you want to get like a full allotment of shirts, then you can select. You're not forced to like choose a certain color. Thank goodness. So I can get like all navy in this pack, and plus whites. Don't really do that. Charcoal is the one that I happen to be wearing in this case. Like the one that I have both. It looks a little bit brighter here, but it does turn out to be pretty dark, which I prefer on most of my shirts. So cool. But yeah, into the AM/Soul10 if you want to get an additional 10% discount off of everything else. The basics collection is on a nice sale. Ooh, only $10 for this one? Hell yeah, dude. Medium. Oh, only medium is available. So that's not bad. Comes with a cute little pocket too. Yeah. I encourage you folks to check them out, if nothing else, for the savings. It helps the channel, which is great. But you know, definitely do it for yourself. And we're good. Yay! All right, thoughts on mini player housing coming in 11.1 with the apartment. I talked about it before, or I found it on stream before. I was one of the first, is what I'd like to brag about, but who cares? No thoughts. I mean, it's just because here's what it is, Servino. All that apartment is you do a quest line, you kill bad guys, you get stuff, you talk to people. By the end of the quest line, what the apartment is just a new hearth place in a different location, and it happens to be called your apartment. That's it, really. So it's a novel thing, but don't think that, oh my god, this is it. This is what player housing is. It's not. I think it's just kind of a cute little thing that they added for Undermine. That's it. But I mean, the whole vibe of the zone, and all like there's a tremendous amount of new art and doodads, and like things. Like there's a lot of different kind of art that we've never seen before in this sort of style. Like we have these dummies where you can hang up, you know, certain chestware and maybe hats. There's stuff that you can have hanging off hangers and stuff. Although these are kind of framed the same way, so not certain if they'll be able to, like, you know, customize the kinds of things you put up on these hangers. Probably not, but it kind of gives you an idea as you take a walking tour around Undermine. Like, am I going to be able to get this couch in my house? Will I be able to get this mirror that doesn't really work? Or this painting, can I customize the painting? Here's a shelf with random junk on it. What other junk can I put on it? Hey, look, a tree thing. Why do they have a tree thing in this goblin house that looks kind of out of place? Although everything here looks kind of out of place. You know, here I have, you know, what's basically a changing room. Can I, you know, get this sort of style on here? And will the camera come out? It won't come out, but yeah. Which wallpaper do I want? Do I want to be team banana? Do I want to be team pineapple, cherry, or flamingo? And yeah, it would be nice to see it, wouldn't it? There we go. So let me go back. So here is, no, this isn't the apartment. So I was talking about like some of the clothing racks here. There is the wallpaper, pineapple, cherry, pineapple, cherry, banana, flamingo. That's what we see. But yeah, I was just doing kind of a walk-in tour of. It almost looks like that dude's in the bathroom. That doesn't look like a chair. That looks like a toilet. And what is this? I think those are just cloth. I don't know what the term is, but cloth. There you go. But yeah, when you folks drop into Undermine the first time, like, just take a look at each of the houses. Each one, I feel, is like, it's something that the WoW team, it's as if the WoW team started messing around with player housing before we did. Because there's just lots and lots of little details that you can put into each of these dwellings. There's only like a few different kinds of models of houses that we see here, I think. But each one has like a really unique personality to them. That's been a thing? Nice. So is it just pineapple? Or is it like others too? Sorry guys, I'm causing some violence here. I think this is the place where my apartment is, actually. Yeah, let me change to prot, because that was confusing. Here we go. So, like, can I get this couch? Huh? Or can I get a table with this much food on it? Can I put in 3 cupcakes, or can I put 5 cupcakes and 3 coffees? Or can I have it be all coffee? All coffee. They existed, but the textures were updated. I mean, these do look cleaner. These do look like they would be too good for vanilla. Like, we'll have a bed. I mean, it's too small for Torin, but sleep. Okay, the wrong way. Let's try this again. You know what would be cool is if, you know, with housing, they make up like a bunch of new emotes and animations to interact with some of these things. Like you'll have a bed, but is this how? But this is how a blood elf's gonna lay on it. What about other people? How are they gonna lay on it? Undead have a very direct pose, or it's a very doesn't leave anything to the imagination. Leak season already started. Saw a leaked roadmap for Bindai. Oh yeah, you want to look at that? Yeah, we'll look at that real quick. Because someone in our channel had linked it too. Let me see. Shit, where is it? It's pretty bad too, which makes it fun. Maybe I'll do that on Saturday. I'll do a leak season thing. There it is. Can I see the whole thing, please? There we go. Open in browser. There we go. So here is the here's the leaked roadmap for 2026. It's not even the end of January. And here we are with next year's roadmap already. So cool. They're really, really, really thinking far ahead. So what do they start with? Heart Song in 11.2. So this is going to be the final patch of War Within. So we're going to go to Deep Grove. New raid is called Stars Fate. Doesn't really tell me much. Wildkin, Renown, Open World Challenges, Warbands, Brewfest, Season Rewards, Refresh, blah, 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 blah. I think the immediate problem that I have... Okay, there are a lot of problems, but... Let's start... It's like, where do I begin? The We Are Here is already, like... That's so superfluous, and if anything, if I zoom in a little bit, you can start seeing... some of the weirdness with Photoshop and all that, how things are pasted in, all kind of funny. But anyway, we're going to pretend this is still kind of real. So the We Are Here thing is very oddly placed. Having the background still be Halifal, that wouldn't make any sense to me. If they were going to do an updated thing, they would want to have like they would change the theme around, or they would change the theme, they'd change the color to match what we're going to see. Now the other thing too is that if we're seeing a 2026 roadmap and We Are Here, that means we're going to see this around God, when did I say this was going to be? Well, I forget. Hold on. I had a whole thing. Do, 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 do. So 11.2. So August. Yeah. So this would be August, and we're getting the 2026 roadmap in August. Why? why are we getting next year's roadmap in the middle of the year? But oh well, whatever. Let's slowly move our way over to the right. 11.25 is called Eternal Night, and then 11.27 is called Defenders of Dawn. So some of these make sense. Eretor quest line, so we can get to learn more of Eretor. Oh, he's talking about Eretor the Redeemer. Okay. Yeah, so we're getting that along with Legion Remix with 11.27. There's no mention of Season 4, which is a possibility. There is the possibility that there is no Season 4, but I am damn certain that it's going to be a thing. I am absolutely certain that it's going to be a short Season 4. Kazalkar Epilogues, Drive Worldwide, that I don't see. I don't quite see Drive being worldwide. What I can see are tracks that they set up in other old world content. You know, kind of like the Grand Prix thing for dragon riding, sky riding. Like if they do like those kinds of things, that definitely works. So like having a race in Honoran Plains or the Barrens, or you know any of those larger, flatter areas, that would be pretty cool. I mean, they can clearly, by how things look like with Undermine, they can possibly pull off a a very tight looking race. But I think having something that's having a big track to play around with, like that, sounds like a lot of fun too. Anyway, Heronir Allied race, possible. We see lots of that. 201st anniversary stuff, updates, sure. To say the alpha starts shortly after the last raid, I'm trying to remember, or does anyone happen to remember how long after Emir Drasil did the War Within Alpha begin? Did it wait all the way until 11.25? Let me see. First build. Thinking that Drive will be met with wide praise is already a pipe dream. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be met with a lot of... I don't think it's going to take off. It's not. I don't think it was meant to take off the same way that sky riding, dragon riding was supposed to take off. You know, this is not going to... Drive is not going to transform the game the way sky riding will. Okay, so the alpha started April 18th, which is... patch 10.2.5 when... So the alpha began not even then. That was 10.2.6. Ooh, it was after 10. So, damn. So the alpha began after Plunderstorm. So that was about 4 or 5 months after Emir Drasil launched. So this is kind of... The timing here is kind of plausible. Kind of. I don't think it needs to... Maybe it doesn't need to wait that long. Oh well. And then this one's saying Legion Remix. And then here's the other thing too. Like, they kept this banner thing. You don't do that. That's dumb. You don't... What you want to do, you want to have like this big, like house-shaped looking banner, or it looks like a big door or something like that. You gotta doll this bitch up. But they just left that dinky ass little flag. Same thing with the remix. Like they need to doll this up, color it, make it look all fancy schmancy and shit. One of those two things would need to happen. You don't just say planar housing. This person, this leaker, not a fan of player housing. You know what that means? He's a bitch. Straight up. He's a bitch. Doesn't like player housing. Get out of here, man. Is this a new map? Nope. The real lick is the name is in the first column. That at least seems plausible. I don't know. They just seem like plucked out of our butt. You know, they're trying to assert that yes, this is definitely going to be a Haronier kind of thing, which, you know, I guess it's plausible, but yeah. Stars Fate. Yeah, not bad. Not a bad name. I think they thought that through. But there's a lot of laziness here that happened as well. So like, when we start sliding into midnight, you have what is definitely the worst transition, the worst image transition ever. They make this look like a curtain or something like that, and it's not a curtain. So that's lame. And then we have then we have basically the entire expansion from for you know, being mapped out over 2026. Now, my guesstimation has been midnight launches around mid-March or so, and we're expecting the end of the expansion to come. See, this right here is past 2026. This is 2027 right here. Yeah. So they're going even beyond that. Could be an early mock-up. No, this is not an early mock-up. This is doo-doo. Are we already in leak season? Yeah, apparently we're already in leak season. But no, this I think was just, it's just not done right. I mean, AI would make a more coherent background than this. Yeah, like this transition is terrible. They could have asked ChatGPT or whatever to make a much smoother thing than this. This is just, yeah, that's just awful. Yeah, the imagery, I'm just not going to believe at all. I just think like that's kind of whack, and the fact that they used old imagery for like basically the end of the expansion, like that's whack. Like, this is the old roadmap image. So, anyway, let's see what this person's trying to claim. So, new campaign story, player home, Silver Moon City. That doesn't seem to make any sense. 4 zones, 8 dungeons. New raid has a name. Delve experience already has a name. New PvP talents is what they're claiming. Order Hall updates. Oh, this dude's a Legion fan. Story and quests, Midsummer, Seas Reach. See, it's funny. Like even the leak person is trying to be coy about like the mid patches. Oh, let's not have too many specific things here. Nice try. Back to Cult of Nas. Oh, that'd be boring as hell. Sunwell again? Double boring. Oh, I'd be... Ugh. That again? Windrunner Story and Quest. Naga Allied Race. Okay, now we're reaching. Now we're reaching really far. 22nd anniversary. And then the Midnight expansion will end in Nathriza. And whatever the Dark Storm it is. New Hollows. New Hollows. Okay, so they're saying this Delve experience is called the Hollows. Okay. And then Brewfest updates after Brewfest happens. For real, dude? That's not gonna work. They did say we're doing the Sunwell and Allegan at the very start of all this. Oh, did they say that specifically? I didn't think that they were going to. Well, I'm skeptic that they're going to make it into a whole raid again. That's what I'm thinking. I was just thinking, okay, story, yes, but raid? I don't know. Also, there were more developers working on Midnight than on blah blah blah, so earlier alpha is possible. And I think that last one, that Winter's last Titan reveal will probably be in BlizzCon. Okay, so leak season, swear. So here's why this thing is giga fake. One, the imagery is just awful. Two, this "we are here" thing. One is very clearly photoshopped with how with how some of the artifacts here pop out. Like that's just one of those okay obvious Photoshop kind of things. But also the fact that it has this the "we are here" thing and the expansion reveal says that we're going to get the 2026 roadmap in August. Why would we get that? Help me out with that. Tell me why we should get the 2026 roadmap in the middle of the year. And then we can keep talking about this. But yeah, that's lame. And then that's followed by the lazy imagery by not doing anything to highlight player housing, which should be a pretty big deal. But they kept this flag in. When they did the, oh boy, I don't know if I'll be able to find it. Let me see if I have it still. When they did launch Plunderstorm, I think they made it a bit more poppy. So maybe they did. I don't remember too well. But yeah, red flags include the "we are here," the imagery, the player housing icon, Naga allied race, Brewfest updates after Brewfest is over. Like, yeah. So there are some errors here. I'm seeing. Oh, I see what they did. Okay, I see what they're trying to do here. So here, check out this roadmap. So that's a good effort. So they have here the line. They have this hard transition here. Okay, so it didn't come from nowhere. I take that back. Oh, they didn't. Okay, so I guess there's no need to do the anniversary event thing there. Yeah, that's not like that's not a huge deal. Yeah, so when they revealed this roadmap, they revealed it in November because that makes sense. So they're doing season renewal, and they don't even go to the end of the year. They just go up to like 1105. They didn't go to 1107 or anything further than that. They just kept it. They just kept things close to the chest. Because otherwise, this is a very big infographic. But also, let's try to measure this out too. So they're trying to say, right now, War Within is expected to last for a year and a half, something like that. Midnight, the guesstimated launch for Midnight is going to be March. If we're going this year and a half, if we're going by year and a half expansion, that's going to mean Last Titan will launch September of 2027, right? If we go by this roadmap here, 12.2 happens at around this time. So after the last raid, it's going to be 9 months until what's it called? Until Last Titan. That's unusual. Yeah. They released the roadmap for Midnight versus Fan. It's fan made. It's fake. It's super, super, super fake. You don't mock this up 8 months in advance. you have a spreadsheet. You have a series of dates. This is not the thing that you present to investors. You don't show them the fancy imagery and none of that stuff. They don't see that sort of thing. They just want to know when this will come out. Cool. They could care less about what the content is in each patch. So this kind of thing just doesn't happen. If we're going full blown flake, at least have the balls to give us something wild like new role support and retuning entire specs into support. Well, I mean, the whole point of league season is to make it seem plausible, and of course there are elements here. They don't even have the little disclaimer thing that says, "Hey, subject to change" or whatever. Yeah, but league season's always fun, right? Maybe I should have cut that, and then talk about, like, and then make that. I'm gonna cut that. I'm gonna take everything that I was just talking about, and that's gonna be a league season video. Let's go. But I gotta wait until stream's over. But that's all right. What stands out for you guys? Anything that stands out that seems cool, or like, oh my god, awful? Naga allied race. To me, that's definitely one of the red flags. What else am I seeing that I didn't quite notice? They call it content patch instead of content update. Let's see. Is that consistent? Because this image says content update and not content patch. What about this roadmap? This roadmap doesn't even say content update or patch. Yeah, they keep the same style for the War Within stuff. It looks like they at least moved some of the boxes. That's cool. That's helpful. Afternoon, not morning. 4 new zones. They're most likely revamping the old world. Yeah, that's true. Like, I think they would have. I think if we're getting like a revamped Quell the Loss, for the most part, I think that would be like a big thing to mention, right? Haven't played WoW since Legion, looking to get back in. I say just dive in. Dive in. It's a different ass game, I'll tell you that, buddy. Possible World of Warcraft midnight in March 2026. I mean, I did see your possible your patch day predictions. Yeah. So, I mean, that's why I'm saying, like, if I were to try to map this out too, so like, let's go with, so midnight, I'm saying mid-March, right? This dude's saying that season 3 will begin about at the end of the year. So that's going to mean within an 8-month period, 3 seasons. Traditionally, or at least with War Within, we're seeing seasons last about 5 months each. So season 1 is going to be about 5.5 months. Season 2 is probably going to be about another 5.5 months. Seasons 3 and 4, they're both going to be shorter, and I think it's going to be 6 months between both of those seasons. But this is a brief timeline. This is quick, and I don't think that's the intent here. Why is this one purple, but all these are red for the mid patches? I'm hating this more and more. The longer I look at this, the worse it gets. Help me. I mean, like, the whole the weird angle, the weird angle to this, it makes Silvermoon look like it's made of jelly. Like the perspective just doesn't feel right. Yeah. What else can I hate about this? Is it like fan made? Yeah, this is fan made. Um, I think Midnight will be a stat revamp expansion. I don't think that would be well. Yeah, well, sticking to the context of the roadmap, I don't think that would be mentioned in the roadmap. But no, that is the extremely likely thing to happen. Yes, you can say that it's just not official. Oh, yeah, sure. I think it's fake. I think it's like Omega fake for a lot of reasons. I'll take the footage from my little rant over this and I'll cut it into a leak season video and I'll just put it out shortly. Ooh, what should I have? What should I have for lunch? Okay, so wait, hold on. Let me talk to wife really quick. Okay, see, she says she's trying to be good. Tell me to be good too. Okay, to be honest, I just want to go straight into Midnight and not have a season 4 as it is just a mad patch. Okay, so let me. I don't know if you watched the video that I just put out earlier, Arcadius, but I will save you a click. I should have diagrams somewhere. Somewhere. Can I just say I think it's cute? They think anything PvP related short of a new BG will be on a roadmap. New PvP season? Notice there's no PvP season here. Or here. Facius Maximus. Yes, basically. Okay, so while the info is not very clear here, like this was a chart that I made just for myself, and how I came to the conclusion that this is going to come out March 16th. So, but we're talking about season 4. Season 4 of The War Within is going to take place. So here's season 1. Let me try to make this bigger actually. So here's season 1 right here. And season 1 will last for 57 plus 56 plus 70 days. Whatever the math is on there. Season 2 is going to last 56 plus 56 plus 56 days. Something like that. Season 3 is going to last. Oh, fucked up. Season 3 is going to last only this long, 56 plus 56 days. So it's going to be a short season, only about 100 something day season. It's going to be pretty short, because we're also going to slide into this here, season 4. So when patch 11.27 comes out, that's when we're going to get around this time frame. It's not going to, maybe it won't line up perfectly. We're going to get the Legion remix. We're going to get player housing. We're going to get season 4 for raids, PvP, Mythic Plus, delves. All that stuff is going to get like that season update, and it's going to last all the way up until the launch of the next expansion. But that's only going to be about 3 months. Now, even if there was no season 4, this time frame would not change. We would still have all of this happening. So that's something very it's something that I'm positing. It's something that I'm guesstimating here. But it feels more than plausible that 3 months for the Legion remix. That sounds all right. That kind of sounds okay. The Legion, the MOP remix lasted, oh shucks, I don't think I have an exact start date for that. The mop remix began in May. So that was, I believe, here. Yeah. Yeah, that was around here, I think. And then season 4 started between 10.26 and 10.27. It was very confusing, but it was pretty. So I kind of have the numbers here, where season 4 of Dragonflight lasted for 125 days. I'm proposing, or I'm guessing, that the season 4 period of War Within is going to be 90 days. So it's going to be a full month, more than a month shorter than it was before. That's how they're cutting things off. They're cleaning up the whole season 3 and season 4 time frame into something that is a bit more condensed. Like, you can, here, let me make this bigger. So what I'm suggesting is that I make that cleaner. Okay. Here's like the suggested season lengths for what how long I think these seasons are going to be. Seasons 1 and 2 are going to be the longest. Seasons 3 and 4 are going to be a bit shorter. The reason why I think that's okay is because between seasons 3 and 4, you're still doing like that, whatever the third raid is going to be, and you're just kind of sliding into you're kind of sliding into it. It's still going to feel, kind of sort of relevant, but you're also going back to the old raid, so it's not going to feel as much of a burnout. Unlike Dragonflight, though, Dragonflight was long by comparison. Like, season 3 and 4 was long, though, so it felt like, oh, we're going back to Emergersil for 280 days. That's long. That's a long time to, this is when the expansion ended. So you had 280 some days ever since like the expansion ended for some people because they completed all the story. What I'm suggesting here is that instead of 280 days, you're looking at a little over 200 instead. So we're shaving a couple of months off of the expansion as a whole, but we still get a season 4. So from there, it's just your choice on whether or not you want to participate in it, or if you just want to do the remix, or if you just want to do player housing, or you want to take a break. You're waiting less for the next expansion. That's what I'm suggesting with my guesstimations here. Does the roadmap show a season 4? It might be a skip this time. No, it doesn't show. It doesn't show a season 4, but it doesn't. I'm definitely not taking it off of the table because they also did not straight up say that there is no season 4 either. And the thing is, if there is no season 4, the only thing that we're not gaining anything for it. If you consider just what it takes to make a season 4 happen, you might as well put it in. There's no reason to not have it. We're already getting a shorter expansion. So we might as well have like a short season 4 where, for example, there is no crest limit. The amount of crest that you get per raid or whatever is increased. There is no rotation of raids. You just kind of like have at it. They really cut things loose. Like the dinar / bullion, whatever gear you get, that's the faster too. As long as if they can create an accelerated schedule, what's the problem? I don't see a big thing of. I don't see a big deal over that. And the wait's going to happen anyway. That's the big thing. Like things are going to be shorter already. Might as well have a season in there for people who, frankly, might not care about the remix or player housing. So just because we might not like something does not mean don't have it. It doesn't mean the people that do like it, that they don't matter. That's disrespect, buddy. those wrap up seasons, if we call it season 4 or whatever's most likely here to stay, it's a super low cost way to keep people. Yeah, it's easy to implement. You know, that was one of the things that they kind of patted themselves on the back for, is that they were able to take a very small team. I remember they said that about Shadowlands. They took a very small team, put it together, whipped it up, you know, did some plus numbers or whatever, and ta-da, season. That was it. They did it with very minimal work. So you might as well have it. And if people are mad about it, that's I honestly, that's not Blizzard's problem. Just, decide, make a decision. Do you want to do it or not? It's very easy. But some people are determined to have Blizzard make the decision for them, and I don't think they need to. I joined Dragonflight and during season 4 after skipping Shadowlands. I thought it was a great season to return and allowed me to experience everything of the expansion and new WoW experimental modes at a quick cadence. Yeah, because there are some folks who are like, "Hey, it's the end of the expansion. Now is the time to play. Now that I can do all the things," and it's like, hey, why not? Saga thing is just new, and housing is coming during or right after season 3. That's why I think they could be skipping season 4 and launching Midnight season 1 instead. I like faith raids. It makes me faith raids. Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see it coming after because where's my roadmap? I have like all these roadmaps open now. Shit. Okay. Because if there was going to be midnight after season 3, then it would be just in our face right here, wouldn't it? But it's not. So, this thing here after winter, this is next year basically, but we're not like really seeing anything. Yeah, it's hard to not see a season 4 happening. It fits so neatly. It can fit so neatly. And it's only going to be 3 months instead of 4. I'm with people when they said, "Oh, dude, season 4 of Dragonflight felt hella long." I agree. It did feel hella long. Because I think Blizzard was trying to make a more or less bona fide season. Because look, season 4 of Dragonflight was 125 days long versus 148 for season 1. Like, it was almost the same thing. And I don't think that was okay. Why was season 2 so long? That's weird. But yeah, by like a couple of weeks. Well, maybe season 1 was just too short, and then season 1 was too long, but then kind of evened out. Yeah. What I'm suggesting here is like just shorter seasons, because again, they do want a shorter expansion, and also consider like how that one thing that John Haidt had revealed about how there are fewer people that stick around for an expansion. As the expansion rolls along and even content updates, they don't do too much to bring people back. So you might as well just have the schedule accelerate by a little bit, but not by too much. Because if they canceled season 4, right, and they just made it so, okay, cool, midnight is here, that's, that threatens certain other kinds of players. That threatens to piss off the people who are like, dude, I want to do the meta. What about the meta achievement? I didn't really get a chance to work on that because I kept working on current shit and blah, 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 blah. I don't have time. I have kids. I have a life, whatever. So you're going to have... so I think there's a certain measure of reason where we should be like, dude, we're going to have a lull. It's getting shorter and shorter. We might as well have another like short little season. Because why not? People who are mad about it need to just skip the expansion launch and show up at the start of season 4. Then they can just play a month and get all the content they want and go back to hate posting about. What if we go into pre-patch and that is being extended X amount of months and not having a season 4? Can that be a part? Wait, let me read that again. What if we go into pre-patch and that is being extended an amount of months and not having a season 4? Can that be a possibility? No. Well, yes, but I don't think it's a good idea because remember the pre-patch is the expansion, right? So would it be appropriate to have the midnight pre-expansion? No, wrong one. That's the fake one. Would it be appropriate to have the midnight expansion data here, at the tail end of this year? I mean, we're going to get player housing, which is already going to be a big thing, but why should we have like all this other data that we're not going to touch for like maybe a few months? That feels like this unnecessary deployment, or it feels like unnecessary pressure in part of the WoW team to be like, okay, you got to have all this stuff done. You got to have all that stuff locked, even though no one's going to see it for like 3 months, but you got to be done. Sure. Plop. So it could be a possibility, but I don't think it's a good idea. I think that would be misused resources. That just flies against the whole point of trying to develop efficiently. It's engineering. You don't want to. It's not really a good idea to work on something, to have something being worked on and then leave it alone. And then you work on the next thing and then you leave it alone. And then you work on the next thing and then leave it alone. Typically in software dev and game dev, you have all these different systems being worked on kind of concurrently, and then all just drops at the same time. It sounds chaotic, but that typically is what I see happens, or what I observe happens in WoW development, is that things are being worked on up until the very last second, and they tend to not like leave something alone for months and months. But did player housing not come with midnight? If so, that be a pre-patch? No, or did I misunderstand something? I'm not quite getting the question there, Arcadius. But let me clarify the whole thing with the expansion reveal and player housing and blah 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 blah. So here's what I'm guessing, and this is what people are guessing. We don't know 100% for sure or not. In August, I'm estimating that's when we're going to get the midnight announcement. Yay, cool. And then we get content 11.25 and 11.27. 11.25 is going to be like kind of the last patch of season 3. And then 11.27 is for the most part going to mark the start of player housing season 4, the remix. You can see that the remix, this isn't the greatest indicator, but you can see like the hue starting to change around 11.27, a little before that even. So for all we know, the remix might start before, between 11.25 and 11.27. I don't know. But yeah, player housing is going to come with midnight. That's why folks like me have been saying, oh, if they're revealing this thing, but it's on the roadmap, even though midnight isn't officially out yet, it's probably going to be like a pre-order bonus, or it's going to go on beta, or what I'm guessing is going to be, it's going to be beta access for people who pre-order. And one of the first things that they get access to is player housing. I'm hoping that it's the actual launch of housing, though. That's what I'm hoping for, because player housing launching at the start of an expansion would not be a good idea, my opinion. But it's a strong opinion. If they launch player housing with the launch of midnight, then players are going to be like torn in all sorts of different directions. It's going to be like, oh, cool, I got to start leveling up. I got to start, like I got to start doing things like leveling up. I got to, start powering up my characters. Oh, but then player housing as well. So I feel like the best time to launch player housing is during the lull. I think that makes sense, because it gives a chance for people to be like, ah, cool, I can chill and vibe and start doing this housing thing, or sweat, get all sweaty over it. I think that's fine. That's not entirely true. Software companies build features and set them all the time. Yeah, that's when they're not ready to launch. But then this is this is live service game stuff. That's different. Or this works out differently. You're right, Cover. You are right. Don't get me wrong. You probably have more experience than I do on that subject. But with game dev at least, they want to ship because that has immediate translations into cash money, especially when it's like on a roadmap that they have the balls to put out. It's still a brave thing that they do, knowing that things can change and all that. Barrel says 11.1 should be in the second week of February, not at the end. That asserts one big thing. That asserts a 8-week instead of a 10-week release, which is what I'm putting, which is what I put here, and that's very, very possible. I'm not I'm not confident about the patch releasing in I'm not confident about it releasing in 3 weeks though. So there's the confidence issue. Now the reason why I'm relaxing on this and saying that, hey, you know what, I'm thinking that 1107 is a 10-week patch as opposed to an 8-week patch, is mostly because of Christmas break, as well as the November break. That kind of cuts into some of that development. It's not just going to be like, hey guys, we're going to go on break. Hey, Midnight Team, work on this, and I don't think it works like that. So in this schedule that I have, this is the one patch where we break from the 8-week patch cycle thing. Now he might be right. Yeah, so when you say the 11th, that's the 8-week schedule, and that's possible. It is possible. I just don't think it's a good idea. I'm thinking 25th. So that's what I'm proposing. Is that 1107 or is that 11.1 launches on the 25th, and that's the one time when we're going to get the 10-week cycle. Everything else, I'm at least mapping out with an 8-week cycle for every patch afterwards. Level 1, 5, blah, 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 blah. Pre-patches also only average out to be 40 days. Getting the Season 4 size time tackled onto that pre-patch would put us, at like 110 plus. No, actually, I counted this. This includes the pre-patch. This 90 days. I'm serious, this is short. We're looking at a really short cycle. I counted it all, man. Like, this is what I meant about, like, okay, I gotta sit down and like math all this stuff out and give a good presentation to folks so that it all makes sense. So like, I have it here on like this thing here. So season 1 goes from September 10th to March 4th. So I'm counting the preseason period. So like if I'm saying season 1 lasts from September 10th to March 4th, March 4th is when the actual season starts, but the week prior is when the patch deploys, which is February 25th, right? Yeah, no one knows the date, but this is like the best guess that I'm making, and it fits really good. So anyway, that's what I'm going with, September 10th to March 4th. Season 2 is going to be from March 4th, until August 19th of 2025. So we're looking at another 5.5 month patch, something like that. So it's going to feel, it's like going to be 1 week shorter than season 1. What to do? Season 3 though, that's going to be short. It's going to go from August 19th to up to December 16th. So it's going to start August 19th. Ends December 16th, just before Christmas, and that's when we start season 4 stuff. So this part's kind of sketch. I would say like this is the most vulnerable date, and I think we can interchange when these dates happen. So season 3 can end a little bit later. Maybe we can add a few more weeks to season 3 and take away some days from season 4. But I'm not saying that we're gonna add days or that we're not gonna push the days out or anything like that. But just that we can slide these days, interchange them a little bit. So it could be 112 days and 112 day season 3 and an 83-day season 4, something like that. But yeah, I factor in the pre-patch with this as well. And this ends March 16th, which is when Midnight will launch. So yeah, I thought of it. That's the extent of my obsession with this game. and my commentary and everything. Adventure the housing feature itself is complete, but it's the assets that are still in development. What I'm really curious about, Cover, is because they've been internally testing this entire time, what's it going to be like when it hits players' hands? I'm wondering if they're doing any like very quiet focus testing with third parties to see how it to see how it feels, because I think that's going to be like you were saying, the housing feature itself is complete, but I think that's going to be, one of the huge things is that we're going to be dealing with a different kind of UI for the first time. The UI that has us rotate and place stuff and decorate things and interact with stuff. Like, we're going to be experiencing a lot of these things for the first time ever in this game. And that might be odd. But exciting too. Okay, so I'm glad that leak season thing came out. I didn't expect to do that today, but that was a fun chat. That was a fun chat. It's a diss, but my leak season content. I'm always trash talking hard when it comes to that stuff. It's funny. Some people, they get really offended. Or they get really upset when I'm like, this is bullshit, this is the wackest thing, or whatever. They're like, what? No way, man, it's possible. And then War Within comes out, just like, blah, just blast everything out of the water. I remember during, right before BlizzCon began, 2023, a bunch of media creators or whatever, we're all in this, we all gathered for this mixer. And I managed to chat with Ian for just a moment, get a quick picture with him, whatever. I was like, so, dude, who was anyone right with leak season stuff? And he was like, some people were able, to kind of like be right about some things, but that's like, everyone's throwing their ideas at the wall and something sticks. But for the most part, no one knows. Like nothing. It's like, nope, no one has a clue. I'm like, dude, that's dope. Yeah, no one's got a fucking clue. So like, imagery like this leak here. Get out of here. I have great confidence in their ability to hold on to shit. Like, when they announced player housing, we knew that they were working on it, but there wasn't a damn peep in image, nothing. We knew shit before they dropped news on that. So, what if we don't get season 4 and it's just a housing patch? Then they'll make a mistake, Chris. It'll just be a mistake. If they don't do a season 4, there's no reason for them to not do a season 4, because of the timelines. Like, they might as well put it in because it's easy to put in. If they don't do it, that's just lost subscribers for no reason other than to appease people who don't want to feel like they have to do it like a season 4. But they probably wouldn't be playing anyway. So yeah, there's nothing lost with them doing a season 4 again. Wonder if they'll use something akin to vehicle UI, lock you into place, and then you have rotation buttons. I don't know. It could be us, swimming in the air. It could be something like, we're here because, we're like at a level place, and then we just kind of like, let's pretend the interact key worked, and you activate a build mode, right? And then you get close to a spot, and then the interact you're in interact range, you point to a place, and then you can edit this part with by putting stuff in. I don't know. Or it could be you pop open UI that looks like the where is that shit? That looks like the transmog menu. But instead, it's like housing stuff. So you click the thing, and then there's like a button that says place, and then all of a sudden you have a reticle, and then you choose where to pop it down. You click, thunk, and then there it is. There's so many ways they could do it, but we have no idea. We have no idea how it's being done. So we're just kind of left to guess, and it's gonna be kind of scary, but I'm also excited. And it's also lunchtime. So I'm going to head out and I'm going to cut that leak season thing into itty bitty pieces and put it out for our entertainment and for those who might have missed it. Otherwise, I'm going to be talking about maybe like gearing and some other stuff, talk about the chart, or otherwise prep stuff for Saturday's video. So that should be fun. So I want to thank you guys for joining me. I really, really appreciate you guys coming. And for those of you who subscribed, great. Don't forget to follow if you want to get more of the rantiness and whatnot. If that's your jive, cool. Also, a big thanks to Into the AM. Once again, double check the link below or go to intotheam.com/soul10 if you want to get some discounts on some plain shirts. This is really nice. I'm feeling this, dude. Yeah. This is like warm-ish. So, yeah, not bad. Anyway, you guys have a great rest of your day. I'll see you guys for the next thing. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy.